Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today's you will see beautiful and fragrant blooms in various shapes and sizes. Some are peony shapes, some are very open, some are cupped shape, and colors are very intense during this time of the year. So kindly watch on and this first rose is a lavender simplicity. It has very strong citrus scent and it is a floribunda variety. And this one is spirit of freedom. It is known as one of the most petaled rose. It has about 200 petals and bred by David Austin. And look at how beautiful it is, and it is a perfectly cup shape, and in colder region some balling you may notice, and here in our warm climate it is fully opened most of the time. So that color variation you can see, outer is very lighter and in between is darker and center is a bit yellowish, and this is Levant simplicity. And look how beautiful it is. So it is a very fragrant rose and old rose, and this lemongrass fragrance you will notice. And this is a newer rose, terracotta by Meilland. So let us see how it progresses. But color is very beautiful and unique, and this one is very dark red and maroon color, you can say, and outer petal is very dark and it look like a variation in this red and magenta color, you can say. And here you can see the variation, outer is very dark and it is actually very dark. Camera is not able to capture that dark red color. And this is a parade climber rose, and it has very fragrant old rose. Here it is another angle, and it is a very beautiful rose, and some streak we will notice in petals. And this one is Heritage by David Austin, and this rose is one of the most fragrant rose from my garden. It has very strong citrus and spicy fragrance, and it blooms a lot, very hardy to our climate, and good rose. And this peach color rose you won't get in most of the hybrid tea roses. So if you want this color, peach color of rose, then you can have this one. It is a perfectly cup shaped bloom, and look at this, how big the bloom is, very big. And this is ingenious Mr. Fairchild. That shape is cup shaped, and you can say peony shaped. Peony is a flower that is grown from a root. So it appears like a peony, and it is a very fragrant old rose fragrance is there, and it is having a very arching long canes in the stem, you can see, and in very thin stems you will get big flowers, and it's just nodding to downward. So if it is at higher height, then it will nod or see to you. So look at, very beautiful, and this variety is not available to many sellers, and this is again a parade climber. This is a very matlab, old climber, 1954, and popular world over, and it has moderate old rose fragrance, and it's bloom here and there year round. And this is Florentina climber by Kordes, and it has now captured as a perfect cup shape bloom, and it is a fiery red, you can say, in color, and it has very little or no fragrance, but it blooms in 10, 20, 25 bunches, and it looks very nice when the plant matures. So this is very good red rose climber variety, and this is earth angel, and that fragrance is very strong and nice to have in our garden. And in our climate it's open fully, but in other places it may not open fully, and that globular shape you can get. Look at the foliage, very beautiful. And this is one of the most fragrant or top fragrant rose from my garden. You can see top 10 fragrant roses video, and it is very strong old rose fragrance. It is a David Austin rose, and this is pure poetry, also known as Gothe rose. Very beautiful, big size, and this is Mary Delaney. It was earlier known as Mortimer Sackler, but it is renamed as Mary Delaney, and it is a climber rose, fragrant one. Only downside is that bloom lasts for only 2 or 3 days, and it is a self-cleaning variety, means petal drops itself, and you need not to cut or trim the spent bloom. So if you like self-cleaning rose, then this is the rose you have to plant in your garden, and it has very bright pink color and fragrant too. So in our hot climate, that petals drop very fast, second day itself. So that's all friend for today. We will see in another video.